mention a few things. I will talk about in my presentation, I will talk briefly about socio-economic framework. I will present here the other version of the same business, so mobile banking business. I will present here our current strategy in Mcash, and I will present also the strategy for massification clients in Mcash. We do have some small videos to present also, but that video, unfortunately, they are in pictures. But I'm sure you will understand because they are very clear. Okay? I'm sorry for that. We didn't have the time to translate it, to download it. But they are very clear. Well, as you may know, Mozambique, we do have around 500 kilometers. We are one of the largest countries in the world. Mozambique is located in the southern coast of Africa. It's bordered by Swaziland and the South African, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Malawi. 75% of the poor people in the world do not have a bank account. This is one study of World Bank. The main cause of this is the low income, the people, the commission charges, the distance to go, and the complexity of the process to open account, academic qualification, and the geographic dispersion of the people. The financial increase will allow boosting the economic growth and poor opportunity for the poor of the world. This is also the study of the World Bank. Socio-economic framework for Mozambique. We do have around 22 million inhabitants. 60% is adult population. We have around 2,500,000 bank accounts, 19 regional banks, mostly 600 ATM machines, 50% bank branch are in Maputo. 50% bank branch are in Maputo. We do have 6% with access to financial service. 6% of the total population only have access to financial service. 3% with access to the commercial bank loan. The rate of the loan, home loan, is around 20%. 27% is a rate for the consumer loan. 7.2 is annual average inflation the last 3 years. And we have 6 to 80% predicted growth for 2012. Mozambique, the teledensity rose from 3.7% in 2004 to over than 40% now. We do have 3 companies, mobile companies. One is MCell. We do have the price per minute that we charge, 3.9, is around, it's less than $1 You have Vodacom, and you have also the Movitel, it's the new company. MCell holds 55% of the market share. And we have a network that covers more than, I'm so sorry, I'm not seeing very well, it's too small there. From here. We covered around 128 districts for all the country. We have 1,500 base stations now, and we also cover 59% of all the country. We have about 407 million customers. One of the studies of the GSM, it's an Association of Mobile Operators, show that in 147 emerging market countries, we have per 10,000 inhabitants, one bank branch or one ATM. Per 10,000 inhabitants, you have 5,100 mobile phones. We estimate that 1,700,000 people are unbanked. There are in all the world around 120 implementation of mobile payments in more than 70 developing countries. Mobile banking is revealed to be the most economic solution to solve the financial inclusion. This is what we believe that the mobile bank can do. It reaches every citizen, all social status, the whole country covered by mobile network. In Mozambique, it was important to seek the right formula to implement the mobile bank. Because, as Katya said, you do have another experience in Kenya with M-Pesa, but we have to think about and to decide what is the best model for Mozambique. We decided to create a financial institution because in Kenya, for example, you do have a mobile company that provides a mobile bank for the customer. But in Mozambique, the central bank doesn't allow the mobile company to create a mobile company because they say that this is a financial service. It must be provided by financial service. That's why we decide to create a different company from the mobile company which called MCell. The shareholder structure of this company is IJEP, is the State Shareholder Management Institute, and Mozambique Cellular, which is MCell. Now, I will present a small video. What's going on?
Qualquer dúvida em relação à tecnologia de informação, fale comigo.
Esse é meu amigo!
A proposta é ser história dos dois.
Não, porque, sabe, eu aqui imagino o que vai dizer. Daqui a pouco a gente diz aqui, a minha miséria até já abriu um banco.
Vocês souberam que já abriu da caramba.
Até irmão, só mesmo.
Eu digo mais, o nosso número de celular passa a ser o número da conta bancária.
Nós usamos telefone para aceder a conta.
Sim, então vale a pena. Isso é uma maravilha.
Então, para abrir essa conta em cash, deve ser muito dinheiro. Não se paga nada. Não se paga nada. O nosso banco da mão. Chegou. Para abrir essas contas, basta ir a uma loja qualquer, Excel, ou um agente autorizado em cash.
A MCL, em parceria com a cadeira móvel, juntos trazemos até si o M-Cash, um banco da mão, sem saldos mínimos, nem despesas de manutenção.
What is the role model that we adopt in Cartera model? As Katia said, we do have a sub-agent and we do have agents. What is the main job of the sub-agent? The sub-agent is someone who has to manage the existing agents, to recruit new agents, to train and support agents, to bring and promote agents, to sell electronic money to agents, and to buy electronic money from the agents. This is what the sub-agent do. We have 75,000 agents in a different country. We do have 8 super agents. You can see the different numbers. We have a total of 10 provinces in Mozambique. You can see here the different type of agents that we have. In some of them in urban areas, another one in small village, as you can see. Service available of the agent. What the agent do? He receive the deposit from the clients, cash and withdraw. He accept the payment for the goods or service, and you can open a new M-Cash account. From the beginning, we had only the M-Cash account, which the total amount was 25 million meticals, it's around 1,000 US dollars. But few months later, we saw that the minimum salary in Mozambique is around $100. And we decided to open a mini cash account, which is more simple to open. As you can see, you can make a self-registration. You don't need to require any client data confirmation to join. This is a mini account that you can open. The other one, you have to present the documentation, you have to sign the application form, you have to do many other things. If you want to achieve more clients in rural areas, we decide to open this mini account. What is our current strategy? To use the MCEL current coverage to massify the use of the financial service. As we said, we have around 4 million subscribers. We want to make them use the M-Cash service. To deliver products and service of value to customer of all such social income, to take advantage of the current economic development and boom in the exploration of natural resources with mega projects, gas, coal, tobacco, cotton, and many other resources. The question is, as we said in the beginning, only 50% of the banks are in Maputo. 50%. That's meaning in different provinces, you don't have banks, you don't have nothing. The mega projects, the big projects in mineral resource, they're all them based in different provinces and in different districts. We believe as M-Cash that we do have opportunity to provide financial service for this employee. But in Africa, as you know, we do have many people living in the urban area, and we have also many people living in rural area. At the beginning, we believed that the M-Cash was a service only for the rural area because the people don't have access to the financial service. But by the time we saw that every people, we still have a family in the rural area. And what is going on now? We saw that in urban areas, you do have many people using M-Cash because they need to transfer the money for their family in the rural areas. Now we do have this situation. People, they want to use M-Cash in urban areas because they do have a family in rural areas and they need to transfer the money for them. And you also have people in rural areas that need to use M-Cash because they need to receive the money from their family that are in the urban areas. And one of the main objectives of the M-Cash is to reduce the circulation of physical money because, as you can imagine, if you don't have bank in rural areas, you have a lot of money in circulation outside the financial system. That's why the central bank is one of the, I cannot say the sponsor, but is very happy with this initiative because, of course, it will help so much the country to reduce the circulation of physical money and will also, as I said, promote financial and non-financial service to the rural areas. This is how to open the main account. Service available to the client. What are the services that are available now to the client? Deposit, cash withdrawal, transfer between M-Cash account, push out a voucher to M-Cash account, pay daily expense in restaurants, school fees, everywhere, buy and sell voucher, buy and sell SMS, check the balance, check the NIM statement, and change the PIN.
Com M-Cash, pode levantar dinheiro da sua conta M-Cash. Dirija-se a um agente autorizado M-Cash ou loja MCL. Digite asterisco 500 cardinal e prima tecla chamada. Escolha levantar. Insira o número de celular do agente. Insira o montante. Confirme os dados. Insira o PIN de 5 dígitos. Obtenha a confirmação do agente.
Service to provide to the client buying of the prepaid electricity. We have a service with the electricity company in Mozambique that you can pay the electricity, you can buy the electricity and you use it. After you finish, you go back and you pay it. What we want to do in the future is you don't need to go to the electricity company to buy your electricity. You can buy it using your mobile phone, using the M-Cash service. Payment of monthly bills, water, cell phone, and everything. That's what we expect to do also in the future. If you want to pay any bills, you can use the M-Cash service. We want to integration with the commercial banks in order to use the ATM machine to withdraw the money. But we are also working with some companies that they are interested to provide the service with the ATM machine that you can make a deposit of money and you can also withdraw the money in this machine. But this is something that is under discussion. You can make a payment of wage and pensions. That's what I was talking about, the mega projects, because most people, they still need to go to the bank to receive their salary. But they work in rural areas where you don't have any banks. We believe that with M-Cash, we will be able to solve this problem. They will receive their wage in his cell phone, and the things will be more easy for them. Payment of TV service provider, integration with insurers, saving accounts, integration with microfinance service.
Vamos assaltar? Levaram os dinheiros salários.
E este aqui, como gosta que a mulher que tem dinheiro? Claro, a gente nem sabe como vamos falar com os trabalhadores. Eu sei.
Você ainda com dinheiro no bolso, pá. Já viu, já está.
Já está o quê?
O meu salário acaba de entrar agora, vê M-Cash.
Eu não vi.
Está aqui. Garçom, a minha conta. Quer pagar com M-Cash?
Não corra risco de andar com dinheiro na mão. Receba o salário através do M-Cash. M-Cash, um banco.
Eu não vou pagar essa conta. Essa conta dessa conta.
Eu vou pagar essa que está sozinha. Pagar não tem. Você aceita um cartão dele? Assim, POS. Na cheque.
Aceita o pagamento em cash. Então, nos Estados Unidos. Mas tem que estar na minha conta de cash. Vou falar para a minha mulher, vou falar aqui. Fofinha. Que saudade.
Essa coisa nunca mais acaba. Adolescente espera.
Filha, tive um probleminho com o cara. Tive 2 furos em 2 pneus. Queria que me transferisse um dinheirinhozinho só para minha conta em cash.
Outra vez?
Yes, um dinheirinho.
Ok, tudo bem. Eu vou enviar. Depois me conta se achar quando chegares aqui a casa, está bem?
Vai mandar, vai mandar.
Um banco na nova, sem saldos nenhumas, nem despesas de manutenção.
Just talk about this. And strategy for massification. What we are planning to do. To promote payment by M-Cash, to push us carried out by the clients between economic agents, business to business, taxes between government to person and government to business, pensions between government to person, state wage between government to person, company wage between business to persons, and public transportation using the NFC technology. And we also want to charge accessible price to all and to direct marketing for all people. How to pay your expense. I think you saw the movie. And this is the fees for the different services from M-Cash. Unfortunately, it is in Portuguese. The challenges. We, first of all, want to change the perception of the banks that they still believe that M-Cash is a competitor. We don't think that we are a competitor because we want to provide a service for the people who don't have a financial service. This is the first issue. We want to involve all financial institutions in the country without exclusion. Let me say here that in the model we adopted, we had another option. Like in Kenya, we could move as a joint venture with one of the banks in the Mozambique. But we decided to create a separate company, not to join the bank. But you can, of course, perform mobile banking in partnership with any bank. We also decide from the beginning only to offer the M-Cash service only for M-Cell clients. But of course, in the future, we are thinking to open it for another clients. Why we didn't open it now? Because we believe that if we offer this service only for M-Cell clients, even the clients from different operators, maybe they will come to M-Cell to join M-Cash. In the future, because we know that Vodacom is one of the mobile companies, they are also planning to open a mobile account company. We want to involve every non-governmental institution and state institution in PPP. We want to involve a yacht organization, and we want to promote financial literacy, and we want to promote companies to pay wage and to use the mobile banking. We believe that financial inclusion is an imperative to achieve economic development, and mobile banking has proven to be one option. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we have some space for questions. So
I have a comment or question. The comment is that I find it hard to imagine that banks can be convinced that you're not their competitors. And the question is, I had a slide on super agents and the effect and the buying and selling money from the agents. Can you elaborate on that? And curious about what that part of the organization was.
About
The super agents buy and sell the e-money from the agents.
okay. Let me find the slide. But as I said, in our role model, you do have super agents, and you do have, under the sub agent, you do have agents. Who are the agents? Are the people who must work directly with the customer in order to invite them to open an M-Cash account. To open M-Cash account, of course, they need to trust the agent, and they need to give you the money to open the account. That's how the thing starts. I don't know if
So then the super agent manages the different agents in the
they manage the different agents in all the country.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'd like to ask a question on the last part, because you said compared to the Kenyan M-Pesa context, you don't have a single reference bank. So I'm quite curious how you're going to, because the phone company provides a service, the technical, but you have to have a reference bank that actually does payments and the transaction part of it. And then
Not properly.
yeah, so how exactly do you intend to deal with it? Because if you have several banks, could be a bit problematic, but I'm curious to know how you plan to handle this issue.
If you want to help me. But it's easy. Yeah.
I think that was
It's easy. You to be
phone services, and in addition to this, it provides the technical service of transferring money. So within the firm, I don't know the name of the phone company or the firm. MCell. It means that within that there is a sort of bank that actually does this, or you outsource as Safaricom did with Equity Bank. So I'm curious to know exactly how that that element is, or is it incorporated within the firm, or is it outsourced with another bank?
No, it's incorporated, isn't it?
Can I
say? Yeah, you can.
So what happens is that so when people put money in the system, so when they go to the agent, deposit the money goes to an account that's Plenary Session, which is the firm that manages them cash, with the normal bank, and it stays there the whole time. So that's it. So this is the system. This is what happens.
So they have a bank where they deposit the money.
Yeah. So that's a normal bank. That's a normal traditional bank. So that's how it works. So that's the sense in which they don't really need to partner with. Well, they have partnerships with SAE, but not for other purposes. Not for the management of the system, generally speaking.
Okay, because for DPOS it's simple to understand, but what I was referring to the more complex operations, like when you have to make payments or you have to pay your bills, so that's where you need the bank component. So I was curious how you handle that.
So I think you do have now a new technology which is called NFC. This technology permits to pay using your cell phone. That's why now we will talk more about debit phone and no more about debit cards. Because you use your phone to make a payment. But not now.
If I may just add something. So basically the way it works is that all e-money has 100% correspondence as bank deposits. Okay, so it's like a system where you have a reserve requirement of 100%. And MCell created a model which is actually a financial institution.
So it's a bank.
It's a financial institution. So the phone company created a firm, which actually belongs to the firm, because of central bank requirements. And what happens is that we create money, e-money, but this money is deposited in bank accounts in various banks, and basically there's a one-to-one correspondence. That's how they should.
In fact, the central bank doesn't like at all that people call it bank. Because
It is a financial institution, is it,
it's a
right?
financial institution, it's not a bank. Because it basically cannot be bank. So basically all the money that they have in an account with a traditional bank.
But how do they make profit if they have to place
Commissions
somewhere?
on all transactions.
How does it fees? What do they invest? No, they do. How we do profits? Because we charge.
You don't place the money, so you invest the money.
We charge the customer. In all transactions, there is a fee. I do have it, but it's unfortunately. If I can give you one of these. You have the fee table of all the service and how we charge it. Otherwise, we couldn't survive. You could lend the money. We can lend the money.
Central bank alone.
Doesn't allow, of course.
I just have one question. You were speaking about one of the characteristics of the whole project is that there is a lot of deposits made in urban areas so that they can be transferred to rural areas. So aren't you a little bit worried? So the deposits are made in urban areas where probably wages are higher. I don't know, but I assume.
Not properly. You can do it in everywhere.
Of course, but with you said that there is a trend towards that, towards deposits being made in urban areas and being withdrawn in rural areas by family. Aren't you worried with the fact that probably with massification, you watch a lot of money entering in urban areas and a lot of money exiting rural areas, so that agents in rural areas may not have the liquidity to perform and to serve all the customers? And on the other hand, are you not worried with the fact that the agents in urban areas that get a lot of money, a lot of liquidity, have security issues? Because we're talking about very small agencies, as I understood, and they don't have the security capability that a bank offers.
We never had a security problem. And we don't believe that we will have this. It's something, of course, that we must think about. But what I said is that at the beginning, and the main objective of the service is to provide financial service to the rural areas. That's what we want to do. But during this year, we understood that you do have many people in urban areas that want to join this service. It doesn't mean that in rural areas you don't have people that want to join the service also. They do want and they do it. But something...
Yes, but what's the main purpose of the people in urban areas?
Yeah.
That go through that use this M-Cash? Is it not is it not to transfer money to family in rural areas?
I think from the ads it's to buy beers for your a lot of beer for your friends.
It's for everything, because as I said, we still have a lot of family in rural areas. You see, if I want to send if I want to send money to my grandmother,
yes, I understand
now
that.
what I have to do, I have to go to the bank, withdraw the money, to put it in an envelope, and to find someone who is going there and say, please make me a favor. Go to this rural area and find my grandmother and give her the money. That's the issue. Now, what is happening? With cell phone, we transfer the money for his grandmother. His grandmother, she go to the agent, she withdraw the money.
And what if that agent has no money? That's the consequence that my...
There is some, of course, he must have the money.
How do you assure that? That's my question. How do you assure that in a small area, which is rural, I assume small area, there you will have probably 1-2 agents, and you will have periodically someone withdrawing money that comes from urban areas through Mcash. How do you guarantee that agent has the liquidity to make the withdrawal?
This is a super agent jobs.
So you
must guarantee that the agents they
so
do have
move the money
capability,
around.
of course.
Okay.
So the super agent acts like a wholesaler, let's say. Wholesaler, and the agent is a retailer. And you have a supply chain, and the money has to flow from the central to the retailer level, so the client has always access to the money.
Following a little bit what Manuel said, I think your model, I mean, you're not allowed to do big transfers. You cannot buy a house with Mcash. So if you thought about this liquidity,
Buy a house.
Buy a house or buy something that's like 1,000 euros. You are not allowed to withdraw 1,000 euros. You are not allowed. You have these liquidity constraints in your system. And I don't know if you thought about this or not, but is there any possibility of expanding this to corporate clients?
You know how much cost the house it was constructed by IBM?
I have no idea.
Talking about a lot. Even in the bank, you cannot transfer the money to buy a house.
But you can do big purchases with your system. I mean, if a company wants to be a client, can you do like a payment to the employees and stuff?
Yeah, of course you can. That's what I said.
Is it a maximum level for each transfer?
25 minutes Mcash account.
25?
Million per day. I'm talking
But do you have a lot of corporate clients? Do you have corporate clients?
We do have a corporate.
Do you have firms as customers?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So, one comment or two, and this is my position.
Com Mcash pode comprar crédito em Excel em qualquer lugar e de qualquer montante, entre 10 meticais e 2 mil meticais, e aproveite as comissões. Digite asterisco 500 cardinal e prima tecla chamada. Escolha comprar. Escolha locada em Excel. Insira um número de celular. Insira montante. Confirme os dados. Insira o PIN de 5 dígitos.
Vamos a saudades. Reclame os ricos salários. E esse aqui, como coisa, você tem dinheiro. Claro, a gente nem sabe como vamos falar com o trabalhador. Eu sei.
Você lembra do dinheiro bolso, pá? Já viu gastar?
Gastar o quê?
O meu salário acaba de entrar agora, é em cash. Está aqui. Garçom, a minha conta. Quero pagar com cash.
Não corra risco de andar com dinheiro na mão. Receba o salário através do Mcash. Mcash 1. Podes pagar as despesas em qualquer estabelecimento comercial. Digite asterisco 500 cardinal e prima tecla chamada. Escolha pagar. Escolha comerciante.
Okay, so I just wanted to make a couple of comments on basically because also had this experience with the field and I wanted to take the opportunity since you are having the firm that is the company that is managing the guests. I want to give you a little bit of, just a couple of points on things that we really felt were important. You mentioned that rural areas, it's really where you want to get. We worked on rural areas and we felt, I would say we felt many things, but I would emphasize two. So one of them is really that it's really difficult to communicate with agents. So agents have to understand well what's going on, and that's extremely difficult. So for this to work, the company needs really to do something on it. The super agent, maybe you can train super agents, but I'm not sure you can just delegate completely to the super agent. So that's my first point. The second point is, so it's about the commission. So, well, it's relatively clear that people want you, for instance, the purchase, the buying of products. It's clearly like something for which you should probably not pay any commission. So otherwise people will just use the money. So in the face of an agent, I want to buy a Coke, I have money here, I have to pay one decal in the phone. We got this sense that people have really to be incentivized to use the products, the services. And to a certain extent, I would appeal to the company to try to rethink the pricing structure that you are doing. So those two things, it's about the training. Our experience in the field told us it's about the training of the agents. The agents are really important, and it's about the pricing structure. So I will leave those two messages from, and of course this is ongoing learning. So hopefully we'll continue learning, but that's what we have learned so far that may be useful.
Of course, maybe just say briefly that the commissions, of course we are working on it, but we believe that this is a service, must be paid. Even in the banks, if you withdraw the money, you make a transference, you make anything, they charge you a commission. Why M-Cash will not charge a commission?
So I fully agree. The thing is, M-Cash is a new service.
Of course.
So people have to learn about it, to trust it, and then
that's it.
And then charge the commission. But to begin with, I would be a little bit more relaxed to begin. Then
yeah, we discussed about this. If we could at the beginning promotion. But it's a long-term promotion. It will be 1 year or 2 years, you see. But it's something that we need to think about. We are thinking about. About the agent and the sub-agent, of course we know that this is, as you know, the big problem that we have is the literacy of the people. The people, they don't know to read, they don't know to, in rural areas, years, and they don't know to use the cell phone. This is a big problem that we have. We know that, I was talking with your colleagues, and he said that he told me something very interesting. Because we as ourselves, we offer the cell phone for the people, for the use and cash. And today he told me, you know, there's something wrong. Because the cell phone that we give to them, it's very good, more than what they need. It's more sophisticated. One big problem that they have, they don't know how to manage this cell phone. He said, please, try to give them the simple one. The simple one, because they don't know how to manage the cell phone. It's something that we need to, I'm sure, we don't need to think about, we need to change it. quickly. You must give them the simple cell phone in order to promote self-service.
Maybe there's an option to give free charges on transfer. Because otherwise people will not value the real advantage they have from using the M-Cash service.
But we are trying to give them some incentives. Yeah, we are. And we are working with the agent, with the sub-agent, to train them. We train the sub-agent, and the sub-agent must train the agent. But I agree with you, because maybe we need to work also with agent to see if it's clear or not.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming. I would like to end the conference. Thank you very much for coming. Of course, I wouldn't like to end without giving enormous thanks to Miguel.
I'm here. Let's just thank you for all of
Mariana, Miguel,